Hello, everybody. My name is Nixxiom, and welcome back to another exciting podcastily-tastic video with me and WoWCrendor. And it's
Hey,
been a little while since we've talked. And say hello, Crendor, and introduce yourself and do the whole thing. And yes,
all right. Hello, it's me, Crendor.
Mhm.
I am Crendor. If you don't know who I am, what's up? I make videos, I stream a lot, and I've been on the internet 10 years. Hey, how's it going?
There you go, man. There you go. Now, speaking of being on the internet and the passage of time, there has been a recent video game that has been available for beta testing recently, which I believe you have been playing a lot of,
Oh yeah,
and I have been playing a lot of, and we might make that the focus of today's podcast, fellas.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's the best thing to do because it's probably the biggest thing that's happened this month for us.
that's right.
Also, I said I've been on the
Classic WoW.
internet 10 years, but I haven't been on the internet a lot longer than that. I've been YouTubing for 10 years. So I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
say.
I think they
Um,
understand what you meant.
Yeah, sometimes there's gonna be that one guy who's just like, Crendor stays been here at 10 years, Bill. Just wanted to clarify.
It's gonna be just like that. Exactly.
But yeah, if you couldn't tell, at least on my channel, by my YouTube videos, I have been playing a lot of classic WoW. I've been making a lot of videos of me just sitting in front of a green screen that's not actually a green screen, but a
Oh my
shitty green
gosh.
screen app.
Yeah.
Talking about
Yeah,
classic
we've
WoW.
seen it. It's terrible.
It's great. I love it. I think it fits what I do, honestly.
Honestly, it does. It's so like it's like you're not even trying.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. Non-content green screen.
Yeah, for just being an app, it's pretty good. Like it
Well,
does its
not really,
job.
but
Well, it's not
but yeah.
good, but it's good enough, and that's really all I care about.
I mean, not really.
Well,
You
by
look
your
like a
standards.
potato.
Well, sometimes you gotta look like a potato to really just get the point across.
All right. Well, yes, guys. Classic World of Warcraft is out, and Crendor, you've been making videos talking about classic WoW, and just sharing your thoughts on it. I've been making videos talking about classic WoW and sharing my thoughts on it. I actually did a video recently where I did a sort of challenge where I played classic WoW for an hour, and then I played BFA for an hour, and I compared the two.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say using the word viral is a pretty strong word, but the video has only been out for like 3 days or 4 days, and it's got like 300,000 plus views.
Yeah, that's pretty
So
insane.
yeah, that's insane, man. Like I did not expect that. I was happy with the video. I was proud of it, but I did not expect it to do that well. But I mean, seeing the amount of passion there is like coming out of the WoW community for classic WoW, it's been insane. So I mean, I guess the first thing, I guess we can start with this if we're going to talk about a topic. What did you expect with classic WoW? Did you expect it to be like this, or did you expect it to just be like, no one would care?
Um, I wouldn't say I didn't think anyone would care. I didn't think it would be to this level of popularity, I guess. I thought it would be kind of like every WoW expansion. When every WoW expansion comes out, it's like a big rush of people like playing it. Like when
Yeah,
BFA hit, I got, I was streaming around like 1,000 viewers or something. Like I think Asmongold was hitting like 20, 25K, 30K or something, or like maybe 40K. I don't know. But like, hey, he was getting like 100K. I was peaking at like almost 3,000 viewers. Like YouTube views were going up. Like it was crazy. Like I did not
It's insane.
expect it to be this crazy, I guess. I expected crazy, but not this crazy.
I expected crazy. I mean, legit. I mean, if you go back into my YouTube like video history, there was this one video I made, and I don't remember which one it was, but I remember I made this point, and I said that it was back when BFA like first was like out and it was still fresh, and I said something to the effect of, BFA is good, or like so far it's good anyway. I don't think anybody had hit level cap yet, or we had just hit level cap, so we didn't really see the faults and the cracks in the dam with the water spewing out. But I said BFA, it's fine, but I said that once Blizzard releases Classic WoW, I think that Classic WoW is probably either going to have I firmly believed that Classic WoW was going to have a bigger population than the retail game, whether it be just for a moment, for like a second, or if it was like a long lasting thing where just like the legacy servers would have a higher population. And I do remember a lot of people were very like I pretty much called like I got called a big fucking idiot for that by a lot of people. Even Asmongold watched that video on his stream and he was like, "Nah, like Classic WoW is not that great. Like it's great, but it's not that great. It's not going to do that well."
Yeah.
And now, like, holy crap, like it's like everyone and their mom is just excited to play Classic, and I like for me, it's just cool because. See, here's the thing. Like for me, I've always had a lot of faith in Classic WoW because number one, it's a game that has proven that it has a successful formula to it.
Mm-hmm.
It did that back in 2004 when it came out, and also like I know that people, or maybe I'm wrong to think this, but I think people are so sick and tired of modern games. They're tired of the loot boxes and the microtransactions, and they're tired of the instant gratification and the hand holding and all of it. It's just stupid. They're tired of game devs treating them like they're complete fucking drooling morons. And so then they play a game like Classic WoW. And I'm not saying Classic WoW is that hard, but it ain't like Dark Souls, but at least the game doesn't hold your hand and treat you like a child.
Yeah.
And people seem to love that. Like they love dying and seeing like, some danger in the world and being forced to group up and seeing the impact of gear. And I mean, it's been just really cool to see. It's been amazing. I'm just glad that so many people are having fun. I've been having fun, but unfortunately I haven't gotten to play it as much as you and everybody else, because I've just been dealing with a bunch of crap in the background in my personal life. But that's okay. I mean, in the time that I've gotten to play, I mean, it's been amazing. Like it's everything I could have hoped for and more.
Yeah, I think with Classic WoW, I hadn't played Classic WoW since Classic WoW. Like I never played a private server. I never did anything. So
I would never do that.
Yeah, you would never do that.
I'd never do that.
So I never had any type of opinion on it outside of what I already knew from back when I was like 15 years old playing it. So when I started playing again, like all those things started coming back, and it was like the nostalgia hit, and like, all right, okay. But as I kept going, I started realizing like, wow, I really like this. Like, and I couldn't put my finger on it, but I kept going. And I just felt compelled to keep coming back. Like, I got to get level 11. Like, I got to get my pet skill. I got to get my thing. I got to get this. And it's like, it slowly kept me coming back every level. Like, I wanted just one more level. It's kind of like the one more turn in Civ. I just wanted one more level.
What was like the first thing when you were playing Classic where you were like the first thing that happened where you were like, this is fun?
I'd probably say just kind of exploring all those old zones and feeling like I wasn't safe in them. You know what I mean? Like, I guess you could still have that in modern WoW if you're low. Well, I mean, if you like
I just
first
did the experiment. No.
Well, actually, when I think about it, I don't think you can either, because now doesn't everything scale? Like every zone scales to your level, right?
Actually, not every. Well, it scales to a point, but yes.
Yeah. So like, I logged in and I was on Billy, my hunter. So obviously, when I made Classic WoW, or when I played actual vanilla WoW, his name was Kagon, but now I named him Billy. But he's like the exact same character.
Yeah.
So I was leveling. I was playing. I was like, all right, I'm getting level 8, and I got to level 8, and I was like, I'm just gonna go on an adventure. And so people are tuning in and they're like, Crendor, what are you doing? Like, you're an orc in Elwyn Forest. And I was like, dude, I'm just exploring. So like, I was running around Elwyn Forest. I was exploring everything. I discovered Stormwind. I was running through Westfall. I was running through all these places.
Wow.
And it was just so cool to like, just do what I wanted to do, even though it was dangerous, even though I was dying a lot. I was dying in Stranglethorn trying to get through the raptors. It was like, it reminded me of when I first started playing and I first logged in the game, and I knew nothing about the game, And I was like, dude, where's this Zeppelin go? And you get on the Zeppelin and you end up in Stranglethorn. You don't know it's Stranglethorn yet. It's just some weird jungle. And you're like, dude, what if we go, what's out here? And you go to the raptors and you're like, oh my God, I can't wait till I can kill these raptors because then I can come back and see what's beyond this. But you're like, maybe I can go beyond it now, but it might be too risky and you don't know. And it's like that kind of feeling of uncertainty or just mystery just leads you. You know, it's that sense of adventure that really compelled me to have so much fun doing that.
I think for me, dude, like the one thing that really hit me with the classic WoW beta, and I talked about this in my my video that was called like my humble, like not fanboy extreme classic WoW impressions or whatever. It's when I would see people that I recognized. Like,
yes.
Unfortunately, you know, WoW today, like BFA WoW, is like polluted with cross-server technology, guys, and sharding and all that crap. And so, you know, you see somebody and you're like, oh, hey, it's Billy, and then you'll probably never see him again. Never. Because he's on a different server, he's on a different shard, a different phase, like whatever. Like there's just all these variables that make it so you'll probably never see him again. Well, in classic WoW, like there's multiple people that I've quested with, that I've done things with, and you know, I've just had silly moments with them. And when I'm walking around out in the world, I'll see these people. Like they'll be leveling up right beside me. Like, oh, hey, there's that guy. You're the dude that, you know, you stole my cactus apples back when I was in Duratar. Like, oh, hey, there's that guy. Like Arch, I think his name was, like Arch or whatever. He was a dude that I was in a group with at one point in Duratar, and we were doing the Skull Rock quest. And after I pulled 3 mobs, he abandoned me and left the group to go get his like hunter pet training, and I ended up dying. That was my first death in classic WoW, so I'll never forget Arch because of that. And like I see these people and I see them running around and I see them like in the community and I see them in the general chats and I see them, and like I'm like, dude, like it makes you feel like you're a part of something, like you're a part of a community. And then suddenly, you know, like no one needs to tell you this, it's just in your mind. It's just, you know, that you have a reputation in this community. You know that if you act like a big, like, you know, dickwad, like people are not going to invite you to groups. People don't want to like help you, like, and all that stuff. Like it just makes you feel like you're a part of something. And I think that was it was day 2 of me playing classic, and I remember I walked into the Barrens and I started seeing these people that I quested with the day before in Duratar, and I was like, dude, there's that guy, like there's that guy. That was really cool for me. Not to say that day 1 like wasn't fun, guys. Like day 1 was great. I'm playing an Orc Hunter, fun fact. And like you know, I just like you. And you know, getting my raptor was awesome, and like it's just it's just so much fun. And I really genuinely hate the fact I haven't been able to play as much as I've wanted to, but like I said, guys, I've just been busy, but that's okay. You know, that's all right. Oh, I haven't even hit level 30 yet. I'm level 26.
Yeah, and they just raised the cap to 40 today.
I know, like goodness, great googly mooglies, Batman. Like I'm so far behind, but that's okay. You know, it's not really a big deal, because one thing that I've gotten to do, because I've done things, I guess, at a little bit of a slower pace, I've I don't know, I've just been able to appreciate things more.
Yeah.
You know, just like the journey. I've done Ragefire Chasm. That was so much fun. I did Wailing Caverns the first time, and we couldn't do it. Like, we couldn't kill that stupid bog monster, like, boss, like the second to last one. We couldn't kill him. He did too much damage, and we were so, like, under-leveled that we were like, holy shit, like we were in Wailing Caverns for like an hour and a half, and then we couldn't even finish it. And so then we, like, you know, 2 days later we came back, you know, after I had leveled up a little bit more and everybody else had leveled up a little bit more, formed a new group, and then we killed that stupid bog monster, and we saved Naralax or whatever his name is, and that was so cool. I was like, yeah, dude, I did it. I conquered Wailing Caverns. Then we did Shadowfang Keep, and Shadowfang Keep, and it's been awesome.
I was gonna say, like, talking about the server communities. I was leveling in Duratar. I was like level 9, and I was in that maybe 10. And I was in that area with the thunder lizards. You got to kill the
Okay,
goblin
yep.
guy. And
Yep, I did that quest with Bajira, fun fact.
oh wow.
Yeah, I was like, dude, Bajira.
Yeah, so like you definitely need somebody to do it with because
Yeah, definitely.
it's a tricky quest. So I was just trying to get through there, and this guy named Trollbjorn, and I was like, dude, Trollbjorn, like let's group up, let's get this shit. So he's like, all right. So we do it. We go ahead. We help each other. I'm like, hey, thanks. And he's like, hey, thanks. So then a day, I think like 2 days later, I look in the Barrens to see if anyone's on. And Trollbjorn is my level. He's like level 17. He's in Wailing Caverns. And I'm like, dude, I know that guy. That's Trollbjorn. I helped him out. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So like, I was looking a few days later, and then Trollbjorn was like level 26 or 27. I'm like, dude, Trollbjorn's passing me up. Like, he's going all the way. He might even be listening to this video. I don't know. But
Yeah.
like, it was just so cool seeing that and be like, yo, this guy's like progressing. He's leveling up. He's like getting like, and I know who he is kind of. Like, obviously I don't know him, but like we did a thing together, and it's crazy how much that actually impacts the game. It's such a small interaction. Like another one I was going to mention was in Hillsbrid, I grouped up with this guy, and he is like killing the blacksmith for the quest by the Hillsbrid Fields or whatever. And I almost forgot to kill the last guy, so I had to run back, and I was like, yo, regroup. And he like invited me back, and he's like, hey, it's all good. And I was like, hey, thanks. Like he could have just killed it and like walked away or something. But he didn't. He waited for me and reset it. And then I saw his gloves or something on the AH, or his bags. I think he made a bag. And I was like, dude, that's the guy that helped me. His bag was like 10 silver more than the other guy's bag, but I just bought it because I was like, dude, that guy helped me. I'm going to buy his bag instead.
Oh, dude, that's so cool. That's a good story. I like that.
So it's like, those are the types of interactions that you don't get in retail WoW.
Something that I've been doing lately, and it's been like the community loves it when I do it on Twitch. I've just been acting like a massive freak sometimes in the game, and I'll be role playing. Like, for example, we'll be waiting for like an NPC to spawn, and like maybe like let's say another player like runs up, and he's like, he hops up to like wait for the thing to spawn. And let's say he's an undead mage for the sake of example. I'll be like, look, Tar, mighty undead hero, what brings you to these lands? And he'll be like, oh, I'm just doing the quest. I'm like, yes, 'tis a mighty quest indeed. Look, Tar Ogar, may we bring great honor to the Horde. And everybody is just like, and like, sometimes I'm actually like convinced the people, like through my silly escapades, they start role playing back with like really poor grammar, obviously. But they're like, yes, you are quite a mighty orc indeed, sir. I'm like, yes, I am. And so we have fun with that. And speaking of like community, did you by any chance watch that video where I compared the 1 hour classic to 1 hour in BFA?
I did actually. It was a good video.
Okay, so you remember in the video there was that part where I did the spider cave quest with that girl.
Yeah, and you like kept typing like paragraph things to them, like, I would very much like if you gave me the water, please.
And I wasn't saying that. I was just like, oh, can you make me water? Thanks. Yeah, but okay, so I did this when I did that experiment. Fun fact for those that don't know and don't watch my Twitch stream. When I did this experiment, I made a priest and I named him like Aurelgon or something. And I didn't tell this person who I was. Like, I was totally anonymous. Like, whatever. And so I get into this group with this guy. We do the quest. He helps me out. Really cool guy. Whatever. And then we go our separate ways. Well, that guy saw that video and tweeted at me like the next day. And he was like, dude, Nixxiom, like, that was you? Like, oh my gosh, I really enjoyed like killing spiders with you. And he linked me a photograph of his like character selection screen to show like there's his undead mage. And I was like, dude, there's that guy. Like, I did the spider quest with that guy. And so that was really cool. Like, that he found me on Twitter like that.
Yeah.
Or that he just saw the video. So, shout out to that guy. It was fun killing spiders with you. Thank you for being cool and making me water without me even needing to ask you to do it. That's I don't know. Like, there's been so much. Every time I tune into like a classic WoW stream, like people are just like smiling and having a good time, and they're talking with people and goofing around and going on adventures in Stranglethorn Vale, even though they're like a level 2 orc, like in your case. or they're like role playing with people and making them uncomfortable, like in my games.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just fun. It's just silly, and it's been good. What's another good memory that you've had?
I mean, in terms of just the game in general, like talents, I love putting points in the old talent tree and getting that type of stuff.
Yeah, of course.
The music, just like the simplicity of the music, it isn't like some grand scale like bop, 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 da, 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 da. It's just like doom,
Yeah,
doom,
yeah.
doom, doom. You know,
Yeah.
and it's like very.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, it just
Okay.
it's not over the top, and I think that kind of adds to the zones. Like I love when you go into the Undercity and it does that like whoa, 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 whoa.
What?
Like the
Now, what are you talking?
when
It
you
goes.
go and- yeah, but it has an end at the end of that. It goes like whoa, 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 whoa. It's like it has like a little like. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Listen to it. You'll see what I'm saying, and you'll be like, that doesn't sound like what Crendor's saying, but I know what he's saying.
Wait, do it again. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
It's
whoa,
like
whoa.
a whoa, 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 or like whoa, whoa, whoa,
Are you
whoa,
sure?
whoa, whoa.
Are you sure you weren't watching an episode of Futurama with Zoidberg in it? Like,
Whoa, it's not, like listen, when you listen to the thing, you'll get what I'm referencing,
Okay.
but
maybe I can.
It doesn't sound like what I'm saying, but you'll get what I'm. You'll get it.
It is 1 in the morning for me, and I've been awake since 5:30 in the morning, so I'm
Yeah.
kind of tired. But okay, cool. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the RPG elements, like the arrows, the weapon skills, buying your abilities, the reagents, like all that stuff. I think it adds just character to the characters or whatever you're playing.
Yeah, it makes you feel like you're playing an MMORPG.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Amazing.
I love that you can only fight like one mob at a time, like maybe two if you're fighting. Yeah, if you're a hunter fighting stuff like 5-10 levels lower than you. But it just feels more rewarding, like overall. Like it feels like when I do things, I get a better feeling than I did in BFA, where it's just like, hey, good job, on to the next quest. It's like when you do BFA things or just retail WoW things, it just feels so soulless, I think. It just feels like there's no substance behind it. There's no like challenge. That's just kind of do these things, get to the end game, and then do the raids, because that's where all our time went into, is the raids and like some other random stuff.
Yeah.
But this just feels good.
Now here's a question for you. When Classic WoW comes out, you said you're playing as an Orc Hunter on the beta. But when it officially comes out, what are you playing as?
I'm 70% sure I'm gonna go Undead Priest.
Undead Priest. Okay.
And that's because I made an Undead Priest in actual vanilla WoW, and I named him Crendor. And that's where my name comes from.
So you're just gonna relive the old experience?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna relive the old experience. And
Okay.
what happened was I leveled my hunter to 60, and nobody wanted hunters because there's so many hunters everywhere, and they weren't even like the greatest. They're just good at leveling, and like it's kind of like baby's first class essentially. But it's not like they're terrible. But it was just every kid's like, ooh, I get a pet and I get a bow and I run around and I do the thing. But everybody was like, man, we just need healers and tanks. And I was like, dude, what's the thing everybody wants? They want a priest. There's like so few priests. So I leveled my undead priest to 60. And that's what I raided with. That's what I did most of my actual vanilla WoW stuff with. So to be able to go back and kind of relive that type of thing, and I'm pretty much doing it right now with like my hunter, like getting him to 60 on beta and then quitting him and then going straight into undead priest is pretty much what I did. So it's pretty reminiscent.
I've been thinking about. I mean, I'm debating, and my opinion changes all the time. But there is one class that lately I've been like, dude, I really want to play it. I made a video talking about my plans for Classic WoW some time ago, and I said, oh, I'm going to play an Undead Rogue. I'm going to play an Undead Rogue. But, honestly, I really want to play a Warrior.
Oh, wow.
I really would love to play either a Undead Warrior or maybe a Tauren Warrior. Because I never played a Warrior back in the day. I played an undead mage when I played classic, and there was some temptation to play the undead mage, but I was kind of afraid that I might like I'm like, oh yeah, like I want to like re-experience the old days back when I was a kid playing classic WoW as my undead mage. But I felt like that novelty might wear off pretty fast, and I would want to do something new.
Hmm.
Because I've already done that adventure, so you know I kind of want to do something different.
Yeah.
And playing a warrior, I think, would be so much fun. I mean, like, what is cooler than having a giant axe and just running around and two-shotting people?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Actually, well, I played my warrior in BFA that I had from Vanilla WoW. And one of the reasons I made a warrior in Vanilla WoW was because I loved the gear. I loved the way the gear looked, especially the PvP gear. I thought it looked really cool. And I had a Tauren warrior because I thought it looked the coolest on the Tauren because it's just like gigantic. So you're like, oh shit, like this giant Tauren with an axe just gonna beat the shit out of you. So I did that, and then I transferred him to BFA because I was like, well, I haven't played him since like I think Wrath was the last time I played him. And I loved playing warrior in retail WoW, and I loved playing warrior in vanilla WoW. So I think I probably would really enjoy playing warrior, but I just feel compelled to play a priest.
Okay. I mean, I'm still compelled to play the rogue. I mean, I've never played a rogue, and I really want to. I want to like brew my own poisons and stuff, and indulge in that class fantasy. And there's another part of me that really wants to play a paladin. I'm like, man, a paladin, that would be cool. The cool thing about classic WoW is because the classes are so different, and you really get that class fantasy no matter what class you're playing. There's so much replayability, and I mean, for me anyway, like it is a hard decision. Like, what do I want to play? But in BFA, it's pretty straightforward. It's just like, oh, I either want to play a Death Knight or a mage. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like a Boomkin is just a mage. Like that's all it is. It's like a nature mage. Warlock, it's a mage. It's just like a damage over time mage. Like that's it.
Yeah.
I don't care. I just want to play a mage. But in classic, it's like, oh yeah, man, play a warlock and collect soul shards, like sacrifice them to summon demons, and oh man, like play a mage and have the mana crystals and like palm pyro. Like oh man, like there's like there's decisions.
Yeah, I think the class identity is one of the biggest things that make it so fun.
What class do you not want to play? Aside from Hunter, since you're playing that right now.
Well, I've already leveled a rogue to 24. And I enjoy rogue. That's what I wanted to be at first. I was like, oh, I'm going to be a gnome rogue in classic. I'm going to be a gnome rogue.
Oh, of course.
And I like rogue. I think rogue's fun, but it's just there's something about it that I just don't feel is like for me. It's just not for me.
Okay.
But it's one of those things where I'd probably level an alt rogue and I'd enjoy that a lot, but I don't want it to be like my main.
Okay.
But when I started playing a priest, I like felt it again, where I was like, dude, I love this. Like this is it. Yeah, I don't know if it's like just the way the priest plays, or if it's the nostalgia about it, or like the talent, like remembering going shadow and like mind flaying, getting my mind flay at 20 and just hitting everything with mind flay. But like I want to play a priest.
Well, I did that experiment with the 1 hour thing, and I played a priest. You might have noticed. And I actually had a ton of fun leveling that priest. I mean, I didn't get too many abilities because, it was a brand new character, but it still was fun. And I think the best part about the priest is everybody wants to be your friend because you're a priest.
Yeah.
So definitely not rogue. That's your answer.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to play a rogue. I'd say like there's maybe a small percentage chance I still go rogue. I'm going to get him to like 30 or 40 and see if it changes. My opinion changes then. But as of right now, it's definitely leaning towards priest again. The other things I thought about, paladin, I've never really been a big paladin person. Warlock, I've never really been a big warlock person either. I've tried leveling warlocks and I just get bored. I don't know what it is. I think they're cool, but there goes my warlock hopes riding off in the background. I don't know. I'm not a big warlock person. Mage, I contemplated, but I've played mage so much. I played a mage in Burning Crusade. I played a mage in Legion. I played a mage in so I don't know. I'm kind of burnt out with mages.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not opposed to warrior, but druid's the other thing. that I contemplate going, because I really love Tar and Druids. It's one of my favorite like race class combos. But that's another thing where I think I'd make an alt Druid after I'd already gotten the 60.
Yeah, I think for me, like, I mean, I'm currently playing a hunter, and I have no intention of leveling a hunter in Classic WoW. I honestly feel like it might sound crazy, but I've been tempted to like make an alt and like get him to 30 instead of my Orc Hunter. And the only reason why is because, I mean, I might have leveled a hunter on a private server before it was shut down by Blizzard. And so I kind of just did that. And I when it came to the beta, I was like, oh, you know, I don't want to play a class that I actually want to play. Like, I want to play one that's a throwaway. So like, I'll just play hunter again.
Yeah.
And I also leveled a shaman on private server. So I don't want to do a shaman. I don't want to do the mage because I've already done that back in the day when I was a kid. And I would say the one class that I don't want to play, not because I've already leveled them or anything, it's probably gonna be the druid.
Interesting.
I like druids. Like, I really like them. I think they're cool, but I like the druid from afar. Like, I'm like, oh wow, like they're so cool, but I don't actually want to play one.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, I leveled a druid in Classic WoW, and I got him to like level 20 something, and it was fun. Like, I love the insect swarm and the roots. Like, it's so cool, but it's just like a class I like to observe from afar. Like right now, like, man, the more I think about that warrior, like, I just want to like lead like dungeon groups and stuff with my viewers on Twitch, and then I want to like yell at like whoever's healing me and be like, heal me, like, like pick me up, like whenever I fall over and die.
Yeah,
like, that'd be great. So yeah, I don't think I'd do the druid, and if it wasn't the druid, what other classes do we got?
Yeah, I actually forgot about shaman. A shaman, I wouldn't mind leveling either. That's like another one where maybe instead of a druid, I would go shaman. Because I did play a druid in Wrath, and I leveled a druid in vanilla up to like 30 something, I think. But a shaman, I've never really leveled all that much.
Shamans are fun.
Yeah, so
they are a pain in the ass until you get those Wind Fury crits.
Oh yeah.
As soon as you get those, you kill everything. It's amazing. I don't know. I would say like I have to play the priest a little bit more, but maybe like priest would be one where I'm like, oh, I'm not too interested in leveling them. I mean, the thing is, like, honestly, like, if you told me like right now, like, oh yeah, play classic WoW, Nixxiom, but you have to play a hunter again, or you have to play a shaman. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have fun. Like, either way, like, give me whatever you want. Like, I don't care. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I feel that way too. Like, I'm not. They could give me any. Like, even if somebody's like, you got to play a warlock, I'd still be like, all right, I'll play a warlock. You know.
What about like? Here's a question. Dungeons.
Yes.
In classic WoW. Have you been doing a lot of dungeons, and if so, how have they gone?
So I've done RFC, I've done Dead Mines, and I've done Wailing Caverns. I've done those 3.
You haven't done Shadowfang Keep?
I have not. I wish I did, because I love Shadowfang Keep too.
Yeah.
But I did RFC, and it was a really good RFC run. I got a really good group. They were all really cool. Everybody was like, yo, like, I haven't played Classic in forever. And we were like, oh, do you remember this? We're like, yeah, we got to go down this way. And we were like kind of talking it out, kind of nostalgizing about it as we went along. We got all the quests done and did everything. And we just, you know, we didn't even wipe. We had a guy die a couple times, but that was it. And we are like, hey, good run. Wailing Caverns was kind of fun because we went in, we had to clear our way in. Then we did it, and we managed to beat it, and we got out, and it was like 2 hours.
Lost?
No, we all had done it. It was another thing where we'd done it before, so we kind of knew what we were doing a little bit, but it was kind of like that muscle memory, like riding a bike. It was like, oh yeah, okay. I remember doing this thing. And we were like, I think we got to go this way, and I was like, yeah, I think we got to go this way. So we're like, yeah, I got to go, and then we do that. But by the time we cleared our way out of Wailing Caverns to get to the entrance again, it'd been like 2 hours or a little over, and we were just like, oh my god, Like it felt like we just gone into a cave and did all that and then got out, and it was like that. Everybody was like freedom, or like, oh my god, the light. Like I see sunlight, and it was such a cool feeling of being like, yeah, like we were just in this cave for so long, and now we're just seeing the light again. It was like a really cool feeling to have that.
Dude, Wailing Caverns is brutal, man. Like it's a long dungeon for those of you that don't know. Like it's a long boy. Let me tell you what. But that's really just kind of what adds to the feeling of accomplishment. Have you felt that? Here's a question that some people have thrown at me on Twitch, and I feel like this is a really good question. So me and you both stream classic WoW.
Yep.
So there's two parts to this question. The first thing, has streaming classic WoW made it more fun for you or less? If you're being completely honest, like would you have more fun playing it on your own or on stream? And the second question, how do you think streaming is going to affect classic WoW?
Yeah. So the first one, which is just how I've enjoyed it. Honestly, I enjoy both for various reasons. I think if I'm not streaming, which I've leveled while not streaming, it's a lot more chill because obviously I'm not like, what's up, guys? What's over here? Whoa, what's going on? Up, subs in the chat.
Subs in the chat, bro.
You know, like maybe I'll put on a video or like some music or something and just kind of grind and do the quest and chill out. Because it is slower pace, and I love that slow pace because it kind of relaxes you a bit, the grinding.
Yeah, definitely.
And when I'm streaming, it makes everything go by faster. So I'll just be like, you know, I'll be talking to chat and talking about the zone or memories or whatever I'm doing. And I look down, I'm like, oh, we've already got like another 4 bars just from grinding and jumping around. Like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I enjoy both of them for their own reasons. I actually think I enjoy streaming it a little more. Because I enjoy like sharing all these memories and like bringing up stuff with like the community and everybody watching. I think it's really fun to just be like, yo, dude, you know, it's Trollbjorn. And everyone's like, oh, shit, Trollbjorn. Instead of me just being like, oh, hey, it's Trollbjorn. And then I'm the only one that sees it. And they're like, all right, and it kind of makes for funny little things to happen, too. Like, we've had plenty of funny little clips happen and things like that. But in terms of, like, streamers impacting servers, I think it varies. I think...
Or just the game in general. How are they going to affect it?
Well, I think impacting the game in general is going to it's mainly because of the server they're on. So if like someone like Asmongold's on a server, like his server is going to be probably dominated by whatever faction he's playing, right? So if he's playing Horde, or Alliance, it's going to be primarily Alliance on that server, unless somebody like Soda Pop and also goes on that server and you get a big rush of that. And I think that's cool as long as it's well balanced. Like even if it's like the highest pop server, which it probably would be. I think it'd be cool if they did that. But if it's like only one person, it's really one-sided, I think that would really throw off like the entire server economy and player base and everything. Because like it'll just be dominated in battlegrounds. Like that's one thing I noticed as somebody who just wanted to... I'm not a big PvP person, all right? I'm not very good at video games. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to try a Warsong Gulch. And I got into one with S-Fand in it, and it was like right away, I was like, oh, we lost. And everyone thinks like, yeah, we're going to lose. So we did in fact lose. We got destroyed. I feigned death. I would just like, sit there. So, I mean, I would like that to not be like the case when actual WoW goes live. Like, I'd rather there's a bunch of Warsong Gulches and a bunch of like battlegrounds going on, so that if I do get that, I'm like, oh, that's fine. That was just kind of a one-time thing. Maybe I'll win the next one. Not just like, oh, I guess I'm not going to play battlegrounds because it's literally only that.
Yeah. I mean, I think, for me, I agree with everything you just said. I mean, the only thing I can really add to it is I think that a more positive thing that I think streamers will bring to classic WoW is especially on PvP servers. I can't say so much for PvE, but like I know Asmongold's going to play on a PvE server. But I know that streamers tend to they enjoy doing events in the game, like city raids and PvP events and stuff like that. So it is very possible, like, you guys did that really well, maybe you weren't there, but like Asmongold and everybody did that really big, like, Arathi Highlands PvP event,
Oh
which
yeah.
I was so pissed off when like I heard about that. Like I got home and I was like, oh my god, like I'm just missing everything. I felt so bad.
Yeah.
But seeing stuff like that, that'll probably be a very like common thing for a while, seeing those sorts of events. So I think I don't know, it's going to be interesting. Definitely, I mean, I don't know. Some of these like bigger classic WoW streamers, like I don't know if I would want to play on their server personally.
Mm.
Yeah, but that's just my opinion. Just because, like you said, it's probably going to deal with a lot of like faction imbalance and like, oh shit, so and so's in the battleground. That means they're going to have an entire pre-made group. So yeah, we lost. So I don't know. It'll definitely be interesting though. It'll be like pros and cons, I think.
Yeah.
How streaming will affect it. And I think, it's only going to, affect for a period of time. And then eventually things will sort of like slow down and I guess like even out, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's thundering outside.
Ooh, I heard it.
Yeah.
Neat.
Speaking of which, weather in
Weather.
classic WoW is a lot better than modern WoW. Like there are zones that have specific weather that looks really cool, but in terms of just like organic weather, it just feels so cool to like be in Thunderbluff or like sitting in Thunderbluff and it gets dark all of a sudden. You're like, oh, it's getting darker. It's gonna rain, and then it just starts pouring. And then it starts like monsooning, and you're like, oh my god, it's a rainstorm. And then it kind of, slowly lights up and goes away. And it's like, wow, that was just really cool. Like it just kind of rolled in like how a thunderstorm typically would and then faded away instead of people complaining that it's too strong for their computers and they can't see everything. And it's like, I don't know. I'm a big ambience person. I like the feel.
Oh, yeah,
That's
me
why even like how I mentioned that Wailing Caverns thing, like we got out of the cave into the light and we're like, oh my god, freedom. Like I love that type of thing where like we felt like we were in an actual cave. While like this, it's like I actually feel like I'm in a thunderstorm. And like I love the weather and the ambience because I think that all adds to
Immersion,
the experience. Man. Yeah, the immersion. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, I think every like good MMO should strive for immersion. I mean, I haven't I'm on private servers I did, but I haven't in at least the beta gotten to experience any like weather effects yet. Because most of my time has been spent in Durotar, the Barrens, and Stone Talon Mountains, and these are all zones that it doesn't really rain in all that much, especially like the Barrens. However, like the one thing that I really want to experience again, because it's been a while, are blizzards in like Dunmoreau and Winter Spring. Like that's like, oh man, like I loved the blizzards back in the day. Like it's a feeling that I can't describe to people that have never like felt this feel, but walking through Dunmoreau in a blizzard and then stepping into a Karanos Inn, and you step in, you hear that like dwarven like inn music, and you got like the hearth like burning, and it's so cozy. And it's just the immersion, man. Like the immersion. Like I just absolutely love it. I would say something else that I've really enjoyed about classic WoW. I've loved the fact that gear feels so impactful. I love that feeling. I love. We talked about like the class fantasy with like feeding your pet and training your pet and like all that stuff. Like that's so cool. Like no matter what class you got. I'm trying to think of some other stuff other than just like gear being really impactful. I've talked about that in a few videos, so I don't know if I want to talk about it again. But people will get tired of hearing it.
Not again.
Not again. Oh, dude, this is something like, oh my god, it's so much fun to world PvP as a hunter.
Yeah,
like you have so many tools as a hunter to world PvP, like Eagle Eye. Eyes of the Beast, the tracking abilities. Like I love like when I was in Stone Talon Mountains and like I was streaming it and I'm going through Stone Town Mountains, and I'm creeping around, and I'm intentionally walking off the road, and I have like track humanoids on, and I would see people coming like down the path, and I'd be, oh shit, and I would like duck behind a tree or some rocks, and they wouldn't even see me, be an alliance player. And then like because of that, I was like, oh dude, and I was able to like jump out on them and get the jump on them. Or like if I felt like, you know, sometimes I'd get ganked by higher level people. Like there was this no Morlock that was ganking me for a bit. I was using Eagle Eye to like scout out areas, like, oh, is he over there? And then I was able to like, okay, cool. And then I would use Eyes of the Beast to like, you know, run around and make sure there was nobody like you know, hidden over here or hidden over there. And there, like world PvP as a hunter is so much fun. Cause I always, what did I always say on stream? I see them, but they don't see me. And it was cool. So I love that. It just adds more to the hunter fantasy. You know, you stay off the road and you're like a master of the woodlands. Yeah. So it's especially in places like Ashenvale. I haven't been to Ashenvale yet, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, I love Ashenvale. It's another zone I love is Azshara. Or Azshara. It's like
Azshara. Yeah.
Yeah, Azshara. It's just so plain and simple. It's just like autumn. Like it's an actual fall day, and there's not too much going on. There's like some Naga chilling out. There's like some beasts and giants and whatever, but like it's just a really chill zone, and I always love going there just to farm herbs back in the day. But it's nice to be able to go back and be like, oh yeah, this is before the goblins took over.
I'm ruined everything.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I mean it's just been like just a real pleasure to play it. I really I do hate the fact that, you know, there is a part of me that, you know, I want to go like big dick hardcore on the classic beta, but there's another part of me that's kind of like, don't go too big dick, don't go too hardcore, because this is just the beta, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, like save it for when it actually comes out. But man, dude, like the more I think about it, just like, just make an alt and just level him to 30 like really fast.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, just have fun with it. Like, I don't know. I can't even really think. I mean, I'm tired. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm tired. I've been awake for almost 24 hours now.
That is a long time. It's like pouring rain now. Do you hear that?
Oh, I love the rain. Well, of course you like the rain. You like ASMR and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Speaking of ASMR, I was out in the backyard yesterday. This has nothing to do with classic WoW.
Yeah.
I was out in the backyard, and I was smoking a cigar, and I was just sitting, and I was just listening. You know? And then I was like, dude, I need to like film another like chill cigar smoking video.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, dude.
I want more chill cigar videos.
I've been smoking, there's this new kind of cigar that I recently started trying, and like it's quickly become my favorite. And it's called a Sandoro Colorado. And maybe I've mentioned it before in like a previous podcast, but I'm really enjoying Sandoro Colorados. Like, oh my God. Amazing. I don't think I'd give one to someone on their first time smoking a cigar, maybe, because they're kind of like medium power.
Yeah.
But they're not something light like a Java, but they're really good.
Yeah.
I like them.
That's
what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, yeah, that's I take it there's like the various types of cigars. So there's like the hardcore cigars where it's like that shit's gonna screw you.
It's gonna knock you out.
Yeah. There's like the lighter ones. So
yeah. Lighter ones are usually like the flavored ones, like the Javas and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're nice. Yeah, me and my friend Zach, you know, we'll go out and like sit and smoke a cigar sometimes and just kind of chill and talk about life and be like, dude, like what if it's all not real, man? What if we just like live in a world of Warcraft? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. What if our Warcraft characters play us whenever we log out?
Oh, speaking of WoW again.
Great. Okay.
The other thing I really like is the gear.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. Very impactful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just the fact of like, oh shit, you know, this has 1 stamina on it. Like that
One
one
stamina?
Yeah, 1 stamina. Like it's insane. You're like, dude, I need this 1 stamina thing. That's crazy.
Yep. Dude, my favorite thing, I'm a hunter. Everything's a hunter item. Like,
Yeah,
oh
that's true.
shit. Them leather boots got strength and spirit on it. I need that. Like I do, and I'll need it. And they'll be, why are you needing on this? Like, dude, man, I melee sometimes. I need the strength.
Yeah,
How am I supposed to hit people harder with my axe? I
that's
need the
pretty,
spirit too, you know?
that is funny. I always love that. How it's just literally everything's a hunter item. It's true. I mean, you can pretty much use
It's
everything.
true. Yeah, hunters do everything and use everything. Like they're a crazy melee class. They're a ranged magic class. Like they're everything. They need it.
That's-
You know? Help
Yeah.
your local hunters, guys. Surrender your item.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, just overall, I'm just really happy to be playing classic WoW. Like it's kind of shown me what WoW used to be. It's made me appreciate the game back in the day, and it makes me want them to implement a lot of the features into modern WoW.
Yeah.
Like for example, one of the things I'd like is if they tone down the LFG tool a lot. So
You mean like got rid of it?
well, the thing is, like in Burning Crusade, I think this is how it was, where the LFG tool helped you form the party, but that was it, right? Once you had the party, you're like, all right, guys, we got the party. Let's go to the dungeon. Like, you still had to run there. You still had to do everything. I think I'd be okay with that, because sometimes it can be annoying having to, like, spam trade chat or do all the things, which some people still like, but I'm like, you know what? I could do with an LFG tool that did that for me. But in terms of like once the party's formed, I'm like, all right, I like still running to it and talking to everybody like, hey, what's going on? Let's get to that dungeon.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think with retail WoW, I think the thing is they've gone too far, right? I think there's one thing to simplify the game, and there's another thing to oversimplify the game to the point where it's holding your hand. And I think garrisons are a good example of that, where it was like, hey, you don't even have to go into the world to get mining or herbalism. You don't even have to pick up the professions. You just sit in your garrison and do it. And it's like, this isn't even fun. Like, like you just sit here and get everything given to you. Like, is them just spoon feeding you?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I think that retail WoW is always going to just be a separate, like, entity, all like, you know, unto itself. I don't think Blizzard, even if like classic WoW is like a tremendous success, like holy crap, like classic WoW has 20 million active players and BFA has like 500,000 or something. I don't think Blizzard is going to like change the modern game that much. I don't think, like, people have been saying for years, like, oh, as just one example, years, get rid of the LFG tool, or not the LFG, the LFR tool.
Yeah.
Like, that's been like one of like the biggest like community consensus things, like get rid of LFR. It has done nothing to help the game.
Yeah.
Nothing. There's not one positive thing about LFR. Like nothing. And it was like, nope, we got it. We put it in the game, so we got to keep it in the game. Like, no, take it out. And there's a bunch of other things too, you know, that people have been kind of like peeved at, and I don't know. I just think it's going to be very weird if Blizzard. It's just going to be so strange if like the modern game like just totally dies and dwindles out one day. And like the older version of the game, whether it be classic WoW or if Blizzard goes down progressive legacy and they maybe BC at the time, you know, like if that becomes like that's World of Warcraft,
Yeah.
like it would be strange. But I'm very curious to see how that's going to affect future MMOs that come out. Because like I said right in the beginning of the conversation, and I really stand by this point, and you know, the guys in the comment section can either agree with me or disagree with me. I genuinely think that gamers are sick and tired of modern games and how they're being designed.
Yeah.
Like they're tired of it. They're tired of the spoon feeding, like what you were just talking about. Tired of the hand holding. They're tired of being treated like complete morons. And that's why whenever a game comes out that treats you like a thinking person with half a brain cell in your head, Dark Souls, Cuphead, whatever, suddenly, oh my God, this is the greatest game in the world. You guys have got to play this game. And it's, yeah, so, but those are just my thoughts. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I think
Yeah.
part of it is also due.
I heard that thunder.
That's some loud thunder.
That's a loud boy.
Yeah, I love it. I love this thunderstorm. It fits. It's like we're talking about the evil game industry.
Yeah, the evil. Yeah.
I
Money.
think the biggest things that have also hurt are level boosts.
Yes.
Buying a boost to just skip everything.
It's just like,
it makes it
Go
so they
on.
don't even have to work on the leveling experience because they're like, people are just going to boost anyway. So like,
Yeah.
why should we even put effort into it? So you remove that entire aspect of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I guess they see it as like, people don't want to level anyway. But leveling is like such a crucial part of learning your character and learning about the world and experiencing so many things and progressing in the game to make it feel like, hey, I've gotten to this point because, I worked for it. I earned it. It's not like Sam and Frodo carrying the ring and then they're just like, can we buy an eagle, please? And they just buy the eagle and fly to Mount Doom. Like, all right, I threw it in the thing, we're done. Like, that's what it is. You're just skipping the entire chunk of your character development.
I think, I mean, like you said, buying or having the boost system is just a way. It's just a clever way of admitting to the community, like, look, even we know the level up experience sucks.
Yeah.
Like we know it sucks, and it sucks so bad that there is an incentive to spend $60 just to skip it.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate that. In Classic WoW, another thing that's really cool about Classic that I think people are going to experience, like, I'm an altaholic. I love making alts, and I love leveling alts. And I remember, back in the day in Classic WoW and BC, and even in Wrath of the Lich King, this only stopped in Cataclysm. I loved making alts and just leveling through the world and finding new quests and engaging in those new class fantasies we've talked about. That was so much fun. But I don't do that anymore because of how like linear everything is.
Yeah.
It's like, once you've like seen the story in Silver Pine Forest, Sylvanas gets shot by what's his face. Like, you've seen it a million times. Like, who cares? Like, the adventure is just written out for you, and your hand is held throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
And so like something that people are going to realize, going back to what I was talking about, something you guys are going to realize with Classic WoW is that, the level up process in Classic WoW is just as relevant and just as fun as the end game. It's not like modern WoW where it's like, oh, all the fun is at the end game. You just have to get to the end game, and then it's fun. It's like, no, like it's Classic WoW's fun from the moment you log in to like the moment you log out. And so, yeah. Level boosts. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. And they designed the game around those types of things to make money. So I think that, in essence, flaws a lot of game design. Like, how people want loot boxes and they want all these games, like, well, buy the DLC, buy this thing, buy that. And that's, it's compartmentalized so many aspects of game design that get, like, older games that don't do that feel better because you're actually getting a full product. And it's like, this is the game, have fun. And you're like, oh, this is great. And it's, it feels, I think that's what's so soulless about it, like I mentioned earlier, because that they're trying to get your money still, even after you've already bought the game.
Well, I remember reading, I don't know if I'm remembering correctly, but Battle for Azeroth obviously has not been one of Blizzard's best expansions in terms of PR and reputation and player engagement. I think even like the most diehard anti-classic BFA loving person can admit that BFA has not been the best received expansion. However, I don't know if I'm remembering correctly, but I remember reading that despite all of this negative PR and stuff around BFA, Battle for Azeroth has been World of Warcraft's most financially successful expansion so far in all of WoW's history.
Oh,
just
wow.
because of level boosts, the cash shop, like, coins, buying the WoW tokens, all of it. There's so many ways now for Blizzard to milk money out of World of Warcraft in the modern game anyway. That it doesn't even matter. Like, oh, the subscriptions are down. Like, who cares? Like, they're still making the money.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think. I mean, if one dude buys a level boost for $60, that's the equivalent of four people.
Yeah.
Like paying for 1 month of WoW, or one guy paying for 4 months of WoW. So there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think that even if Classic WoW is a huge success, I don't think it's going to change modern WoW that much. I think Blizzard is going to try to create incentives to bring people back into the modern game so that they can keep, getting money out of the player base. They might bring like new classes, like, the Necromancer class that originally was going to be in Classic WoW and like blah, blah, blah. They might bring that in. They might bring like a Wrath of the Fire King expansion out where we fight Bolvar and the Scourge again to bring up that Wrath nostalgia. But I think that in the end, if Blizzard does go down a legacy server route with like the Classic WoW servers turning into BC servers one day, blah, 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 I think that is where Blizzard is going to find their Warcraft success going forward.
Yeah.
So I see a big future in the legacy server movement and not so much in the modern game. And those are my thoughts.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think with the WoW servers, the reason they ended up doing it too is because it's an easy way to boost sub numbers, because people sub with their normal WoW sub to play the older games, and so it boosts the sub numbers, and they'll be like, hey, look at all these sub numbers now for the shareholders. This is going up. And everyone's like, ooh, very nice. Like, maybe I'll invest some more. So, I mean, I get why they're doing it, but I mean, as long as it gives us, all these old versions of the game and, all that stuff, it's like, hey, whatever.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
yeah.
We've been talking for a little over an hour now, so do you want to call it here?
Yeah, let's call it here. And
all right.
This is it's kind of like the Classic WoW special of our podcast thing.
There we go. Sharing our thoughts on Classic WoW so far.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Good talk.
Well, guys, it was a good talk. Mr. and Mrs. Community, thank you guys, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to the podcast thingy, the Classic WoW special. Crendor, as always, thanks for hanging out with me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed. I'm really tired.
You need to get to bed. You need your rest.
Yeah, I feel sick.
All right.
This whole time I've been like, oh,
yeah.
so tired. That's all right, dude, man. I'll stay up to talk about Classic WoW. I mean, if you want to keep talking for another 3 hours, I mean, we can.
I mean, I'm probably going to go stream some Classic WoW and hit 31, actually.
Okay, well, there you go. All right. Yeah. Well, guys, thanks for listening, and like the video if you want, and check us both out on twitch.tv/Nixxiom and Crendor. And that's all I have to say. So I'll let you say your outro, and that's it.
All right. Yeah, do those things. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/Crendor, youtube.com/Nixxiom, right? It is?
It's actually Silverlined Pro.
Oh,
just search Nixxiom in the search bar. You'll find me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Search.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
See you.